Let's talk about the Red Mirage. Today, Donald Trump told little Danny Boing Boing, Dan Bongina, that Republicans should federalize elections and should take over elections in like 15 states. Later, Speaker of the House Mike Johnson recounted that during the last election cycle, they had like 3 Republican House members who were in the lead on election night, and then suddenly overnight, those leads evaporated, and that just looks fraudulent on its face. And he said, "Can I prove that?" No. That is by design. That is by design. Multiple Republican states and jurisdictions, even purple states, even some blue states that have Republican state legislatures. Many of them have put in statutory schemes whereby mail-in ballots cannot be counted or opened or processed until Election Day, even if they're mailed in 6 weeks before Election Day. And ballots that are cast on Election Day have to be counted before mail-in ballots are even opened, processed, or counted. Hence, you get the Red Mirage, where on election night, because Republicans tend to vote in person on Election Day, Democrats tend to vote by mail ahead of time. So on election night, the first ballots that are counted are the ballots that are cast on Election Day, which are cast primarily by Republicans. So Republican candidates are in the lead. This happened with Donald Trump in 2020 in Pennsylvania against Joe Biden. They counted all the ballots that had been counted on Election Day. Only after those ballots were counted did they start opening, processing, and counting mail-in ballots that they'd had for several weeks. When they started opening and counting those ballots overnight, those ballots that are cast primarily by Democrats, Joe Biden went into the lead. When we all went to bed on election night, Donald Trump had a lead of like 200,000 votes in Pennsylvania. When we woke up the next morning, Joe Biden was in the lead because Republicans did this on purpose so that Mike Johnson can say shit like that and cast doubt on our elections among dumb people in the United States. And if there is one thing the United States has an overwhelming number of, it's dumb people who vote. So that is what the Red Mirage is about. And that's why Mike Johnson said what he said today, knowing full well that he was lying and full of shit.